In 1991, in Normalinga, a district in West Lhasa, Tibet, a mysterious map was discovered as part of a sacred Thangka painting. The painting depicted a woman lying on her back, stretched out, looking almost restless in her posture. Sea-like, expansive, undulating mountains surrounded her, framing her. The Buddha and the sutras were traced upon her. Temples pictured on key points along her stretched-out body. Every temple held images of sacred books and Buddhist mantras. If you look at the painting long enough, it seems that the woman's restlessness somehow subsides and she looks oddly calm, almost blending in with the mountains and rivers around her. This was the body of Rakshasa, a figure from Hindu mythology. This Thangka, dated back hundreds of years, is essentially a map. An ancient map that raises interesting questions and may even point the inquisitive and daring individual on a magical Tibetan quest. What kind of mysterious stories lie beneath the places depicted on this female form? When Chinese Princess Wenchang went to marry Songtsen Gampo, the first emperor of Tibet, she was impressed by the dramatic scenery. Using her knowledge of the Chinese classic text, Writing on Reckoning, she suggested that temples be built in correspondence to the vital points of the body, which symbolized the landscape of Tibet. The sighting of the 12 temples gave rise to the painting of the demon-suppressing map of Tibet. It's not possible to draw a map of the shape of a human body that perfectly matches the whole of the Tibetan terrain. In the demon-suppressing map of Tibet, the place where Rakshasa lies is only a part of Tibet, with Lhasa at its center. It does not, of course, accurately represent the Tibet of the present day.
我叫扎西茨人，西藏蒙康南西民族乡，我最喜欢是拉萨。
我的名字叫达瓦央吉，我是山南贡嘎人，然后我最喜欢的地方就是拉萨。
我叫达瓦周麻，我是米林县派镇派四村的。我想去拉萨，我喜欢拉萨。
On the old Thangka map, Lhasa is right in the center where the woman's heart is. This is also the central acupuncture point on the traditional Chinese medicine chart, called Zhongting. It comes as no surprise, therefore, that the famous Potala Palace stands at the very heart among the mountains and rivers of the plateau. Here you feel your heart and soul can be free, and at the same time you can feel the very heartbeat of the plateau itself, of Tibet herself. In the mysterious galley of the Red Hall of the Potala, there is a wall of impressive murals consisting of 698 paintings depicting the grand scene of how the Potala was extended in the 17th century. This is a grand palace built solely from manpower, dedication, and skilled craftsmanship. Just looking at the paintings, you can feel how it must have felt at the time. The very heartbeat of the Potala Palace, hundreds of years old and still very much alive, the heart of Tibet.
我最喜欢的地方是布达拉宫。
I'm from in Spain. I love Tibet, and my favorite place is Potala in Lhasa.
Old Lhasa and the Lhasa of today have a similar vibration. Though they look dissimilar in many ways, the heartbeat is the same. But today's Lhasa is more modern, more fashionable.
Lhasa saya kore longa dili na shirak keche chumbi yete rengjung bena Lhasa namdi ina kole yibim sadi ina medabama shevna shim ri ngol ina ko rengjung hinji tudebe dreshi tagete.
It was said that Lhasa was created by people reverently circling the holy center. Whether it is day or night, there is always a torrent of people circling the ancient city, forming a ring as Barkor Street appears on the mural. Why are people constantly circling the place like this? At the center of Barkor Street is none other than Zhongting Temple, at the heart of the old city.
我们大昭寺已经列入世界文化遗产，是我们藏传佛教一个整个藏民来讲的话，它的心脏、精神所在地就在这里。今天虽然不是什么佛教节日，但是同样的人多，每天都是这样的。 我们大昭寺香火，就说全西藏来讲，它是最旺的，香火最旺，并老百姓不是看这个庙堂的，为了拜见佛祖等圣像。所以说藏族人民讲，见到大昭寺沙水等圣像，如同见佛祖本人。我们藏族人的一辈子的心愿，就是来大昭寺朝圣，见了佛祖等身塑像，那我们可以说总算到了拉萨。 当地的信众，根据自己的经济条件，是给佛祖的身上刷金粉。藏民老百姓捐钱身的这个机会很少。 因为早上人多的情况下，只能2步刷金粉的时候，他全身都是穿衣服。下午，老百姓佛祖身上刷金的人，他特意给他安排时间，见到佛祖这个全身康区，从青海也好、云南也好、四川也好、成都也好， 自己组织一个团队，10几个、20几个，甚至有些80一个人，他们家里凑钱，那是大昭寺买金粉，从佛祖的脸到膝盖上面刷一次金粉。老百姓的心目里面给佛祖刷个金粉，我要得到佛的帮助，也不是这样的，还是藏族人对这个佛教非常的虔诚，为了感恩佛祖，给我们人类带来这么好的伟大的文化。
我的名字叫登基央真，我来自西藏，我最喜欢的西藏是布达拉宫。
我们爸妈是我要去装作当本的人，我要小拉萨人，说上没啥那些个，但是。
It is said that in ancient times, Lhasa was frequently troubled by floods, and that one day the king, Songtsen Gampo, dug a cave in the bank of the Lhasa River and chanted Buddhist sutras and prayed for the safety of the town. This place is now called Thangka Palace, meaning the Palace of Prayer. In the 15th century, Master Tsongkhapa's disciples built a nunnery at the site, calling it Ani Sangkhong Nunnery. A small tea house at some point in history was built at the gate of the sacred enclosure for pilgrims to rest and drink when visiting the holy site. Since then, nobody is sure exactly when it became incredibly popular and a scenic spot in itself on what is now Barkor Street.
西藏有喝茶的习惯，因为我们喝的那个酥油茶这些藏茶都是从内地进来的。拉萨人吧，喝甜茶，实际上这个甜茶它有外来文化。英国人他有喝下午茶的习惯，英国的红茶又是从中国文化的一种影响，后来他们变为他们的一种生活方式。印度是英国的殖民地，因为西藏过去有很多出去的商人、朝佛的这种交往，就是把这个喝甜茶的习惯，他们就带到拉萨了。开始现在这个贵族啊，这些上层社会就成为一种时尚在流行，是吧？喝甜茶，慢慢它就成为一种整个的市民文化。
The sweet tea at the temple and the butter tea is totally authentic. When you leave, if there is still sweet tea in the pot, you may offer it to the person who is next to you and therefore pass on the taste of the local tea. This is an old custom in tea houses in Lhasa. Hot tea cannot be thrown away or wasted. It must be passed on to someone present. Fancy or cool motorbikes are not uncommon in Lhasa. However, an American running a business in Barkor Street is quite a unique phenomenon.
我会说一点点藏语，我说开朗古苏德布因贝。
哦，我都不懂。
你不懂，你好跟我说。我的事情在西藏太好了。没有不安全，没有事情，人好了，人礼貌，高兴。
Douglas opened his cafe here in 2005. Now he's regarded as a successful businessman in the area.
人的生活越来越好。So 本地人有钱，对，他们买咖啡，买好蛋糕，他们买冰淇淋，他们聊天。So 本地人也在外地，那是外地的旅客，一样的。我不喜欢住在这个大的城市。 我们喜欢住在拉萨，小的，但是很平安，这个很漂亮的。
In Barkor Street, a yellow house still stands where it's been for hundreds of years. This house is associated with one story, whether historically accurate or not. This yellow house is associated with the tale of the sixth Dalai Lama, Sangyang Gyatso.
Aki ama sitil hamsa sang jazu ham tinsan mi ganga hakumrumati. Chunsan kasala ya kangbala ya zas kasan sunset bu choji donga. Di mangche na kurang zedong gu yebe pomo yaris. Di yose kangbati kelani. Di seba ti tambaris si yari. Shio yo maris ko tatam barang sim. Te jasan kon tom karin sa ore di sheb kamushu. 동이 캠바 진짜 지기다 지세게 버렸다
However, with the hectic nature of our lives, how can anyone really properly interpret what Sangyang Gyatso's feelings were? The best season of the year in Tibet is the months of July, August, and September. The liveliest days are those of the traditional Shotan festival. Before the 17th century, the Shotan festival was a purely religious event. According to the Buddhist precepts, in order to avoid treading on insects during the summer, monks were forbidden to go outside for tens of days. When the period was over, they came out from the mountain monasteries, and the people of the town would prepare a huge feast for them. This is the origin of the Shotan festival. Crowds of pilgrims streamed to the Drepung monastery at around 3 to 4 a.m., where over 100 people carry a huge 500 square meter Thangka up to the mountaintop. Catching this procession and joining in is regarded as being highly auspicious for the pilgrims. Everyone in the audience is enthralled by the scene of the Buddha being carried from the scripture hall onto its display platform. Only on this day of the year can everyone have the fortune to see this particular statue. "200,000 people swarm to see this site on this day every year, and this is only the beginning of the Shotan Festival. In the days that follow, tourists from all over the place descend on the area for one of the most vibrant celebrations of the season.
我叫巴桑，我是当地人。我喜欢拉萨，我喜欢西藏，
什么都很漂亮。西藏各个地方都很漂亮，
不累，很舒服的，啊，享受大自然啊。今天也是我们要这里就是感受大自然。
Lhasa is full of constant surprises. A 40-million-year-old yak skull fossil was unearthed and is now kept in the Yak Palace in Lhasa. This is a modern anthropological museum with distinctly Tibetan characteristics, displaying local arts and historical artifacts. Lhasa, a city you'll never get tired of, a place where you can release your mind, open your eyes wide, and take in the beauty of nature and feel the heartbeat of the Potala Palace itself. Anyone that comes here can easily feel this sense of elation and spiritual joy. Leaving Lhasa, as you pass from the city into the countryside, you see the Yangbajane hot springs. After 100 kilometers or so of driving, the heavenly lake Namsto comes into sight. Which ends at Chamdo. Today, the most picturesque national highways in the region, the G318, the G317, and the G214 all pass close by Chamdo.
我希望他们能打破记录。
现在你的记录是多少
？147瓦。是去年5月2号吃的，是一个湖南的一个小伙子。
老板娘，你说一下，你用汉语说一下，这个是怎么回事？
这筷子是吧？吃饱了筷子这样放着，我就不夹了，说明吃饱的意思。
他多了，早中再点再一再个。
这样我可以每年都可以刷新嘛，对吧？
松肉17，131，我吃的可以哦。
The spectacular Hangduan mountain range and the three rivers of Jinsha, Langtan, and Nujiang cross this mysterious land. This unique natural environment has, over time, shaped the personality and temperament of the people living here. Chamdo has been the center of the Kham Tibetan area and a historic strategic place. Such a location has greatly promoted ethnic, religious, and cultural integration. In addition to the 1,000-year-old ancient Tibetan Buddhist temples, there stands a 100-year-old Catholic church. Chamdo's rich natural resources and regional costumes and styles give the place a unique culture of its own. Craftsmanship and traditional arts are a central part of the life of the people, and even today, crafting statues of the Buddha and painting intricate Thangka is still an important part of the local culture and industry.
我最喜欢的林芝地方呢，林芝、鲁朗林海，还有尼洋河风光，我最喜欢的。哦，不会说了。
我
Yunmen, or the Cloud Gate, is an acupuncture point on a person's neck. On the demon-suppressing map of Tibet, on the reclining woman, Rakshashi's neck is the exact place where the city of Nyingchi is located. Again, this is a place of stunning natural scenery. Starting from Chamdo, 2 highways that reach the center of Tibet. One is National Highway 317 from Nachu to Lhasa. The other is the 318 highway from Nyingchi to Lhasa. If you take number 318, after climbing the Hunduan mountain range, you'll come to the Cloud Gate of Nyingchi.
这条天路完全是修在半山腰和山顶上面的，我总觉得这种路是不可能修出来的。看着旁边的山都被云彩给遮起来了，看在很远的地方露出了山尖，觉得非常的感动。当时骑在自行车上哭了，这一幕很难忘。
In fact, as soon as you cross the border into Nyingchi, clouds and mists of all shapes and sizes will surround you. Appear to chase you, follow you wherever you go, day and night. Nature itself, there, a sea of clouds, a tree upon the mountain, or an hour of time in this enchanted land may change your attitude to life. In Nyingchi, the place most steeped in mystery is the Great Canyon of the Yarlung Topso River. In a small village deep in the valley, you can see hikers and a tavern where they stop for a rest.
是这样，我住的是大峡谷的旁边。
삼전 다 오서도 가요 말이야. 다 두개 안 찾아서만 삼던데지 뭐마 야가 미통 마통데 동해만 두아.
반단다 망불레만 술라데 이 람도는 지기 네치신다 아니지 로답도 매지. 런디스인데 야 맹해제제 로야야 아니야 토니레제선 사전도 고로만 둔디스인데 지든지 잘라.
야가 미통데 에깝레야 칸이도 든데라는 거 한데 정세 어떤데.
Antin guru toji trole ke chubure mare. Guru toji trole. Ta kong guru toji trole mangane guru rumbu chis trakor ko. Deso kanga tabe de. Ul me bating me bu ba chachire mare.
In the deep and silent valley of the Yarlung Topso River, there once lived solitary practitioners. In the Nyingchi area, the beautiful Namjagbarwa Mountain is the ridge of 3 high mountains of an elevation of close to 8,000 meters. While the lowest area of the Great Canyon in Pasagat, Medog County has an elevation of only 150 meters. It's a unique feature, this very big and distinct difference in elevation in one region. In the early spring, when the wild peach trees are blossoming, people swarm here like bees to see them in full splendor. Only here in Nyingchi can one experience all 4 seasons in the same day in the same country. Only here can extraordinary glaciers be mentioned in the same breath as deep and rich canyons. Because of all this, the area is flourishing with guest houses catering for the booming tourist industry.
可以炒菜，可以吃。
就是那个晒好的肉干，把它再煮烂了，是吧？
对对。
就这样烤一下就可以吃了。
对对。
就蘸点辣椒吃是吧？
对。这个我就一起给吃，比其他人味道不一样。以前是我们外面去打工啊，赚钱就这些嘛。现在家里然后就赚钱嘛，好一点就是。
就主要是这个蜂王认识你们了。
对，大的那个先飞过来的时候就这么大的，它一个飞过来了，待10几分钟的话，其他飞过来了。3年了嘛，不是1、2天嘛。
来住的人多吗？
开拓花球住多。
那他们喜欢你这个？
有些害怕，有些喜欢，这个说不出来。我们在地下这样走的话，它一点没问题的。
藏族人的话，风俗习惯，家里面那个没蜂窝的话，就代表1年吉祥嘛，就要保护这个。
他来的时候我们高兴嘛，比人家苹果我的那个结的多。你那个有客人来的话，自己摘自己吃，给一点钱，你随便嘛，你给多少给多少，就这样我没有规定。
我爱自己的家乡，我最喜欢跳熊舞，
而且我喜欢的结巴村也是梗舞、太空舞。
When you arrive at this mist-shrouded place as you come in from number 318 National Highway, you will soon realize that those enigmatic and mysterious clouds are like a mystic gateway leading to a world of magnificent scenery and fascinating ethnic groups. The Menba people living in the canyon are making yellow wine in gourd pots.
"那次是我第一次听我妈妈唱歌，然后就声音有点细细的那种，我就觉得特别好听。那时候唱了一个酒歌。痛啊痛啊，天痛啊，我因我呢天痛啊，家家有的因不牛，我因阿妈天痛啊。我因阿妈天痛啊！
Kalau si benda ngulu akem ga iya kasi. Kalau adi opnana setum sara opnana. Kalau si ngulu adi ga opnana ka. Kalau si benda ga gibungan nak. Gibung sala abga gi indanak. Si ibana ala adi opnana ibana. Si ibana ala ngulu kep mo nak. Sim kep mo. Ala ngulu setum sara opnana. Ainana jari jir jajin jam nalo no de no de jajin jam nalo aye jajin jam dalu aye jajin jam abade herweka iglo ade
东西上面看你，这种一直包就是方便，一个是不用洗，可以丢掉，客人这种给的，客人也方便。有些手不能抓嘛，就没洗的话，这个可以再用。你看这种这个地方这样试看，这里试看，别的时候这个里面这是外面这样，正面就这样，这里这一抓够了吗？这就这样可以。但是快当烧了，他吃不完，他可以自己打包走，路上可以吃的，这样一大包他就吃，这样一放，可以这样一大包，可以他自己这样的，这个打包好了，他可以带走，路上可以吃的午饭，环保。
Buya kita nyusim nyum baru ke saja lang. Buya mah juga, tu haba mah tu haba, satu tu haba ini ni. Hah? Bukan dah juga boleh tapi loya tapi haji. Hugo agadi. Hugo kali kita tu aku. Wa dereng sabo ga asya sabo dereng thoji ko tapang dai haji ga de ya thi lo ya ai me nya lim lo de.
There is something that's quite interesting. The most prominent feature in all the customs of the ethnic groups of Nyingchi seems to be weapon-related.
我们很推崇那种武士啊，勇敢的，那个特别厉害的那种猎手啊，那些人才有资格进入到那个太阳的世界。我们在大型的祭祀啊，在过去就要小伙子就要跳那个刀舞，以振我家族声威那种的意思。
The local people have been brave and quite formidable since ancient times, most likely. It's a part of their historical character. The natural environment is a harsh one, and in ancient times it would have been dangerous. Weapons were always necessary for survival. This is demonstrated in the traditional customs like the bullhead declaration of the Dung people, or the bear dance of the Bomei, or the eagle dance of Pai Town. Even the beautiful Nam Jogbarwa mountain means spear piercing straight through the blue sky. Today, Nyingchi has turned on a new look with boundless, fertile farmland. Hiking has therefore more recently become a popular trend here.
我是觉得这一路，真的是一种心灵的历练。我们真的不是说要自己征服什么或者证明自己什么勇敢，真的是去体验、去敬畏自然、去感谢上苍，也去尊重路上的每一个生命。
我走到这个森林里面的路上，突然听见后面有那个喘息声，吓我一跳，我以为是熊呢。后来回头一看是牦牛，然后他们就一直跟着我走。然后我一开始挺害怕的，后来我一停，他们就停下；我一走，他们又走。慢慢的，我就觉得可亲近了。现在还是这样，你看他们还在后面等着我，可有意思了。
Inside the Cloud Gate, the beauty of Ningxi is water. Whether it be the dramatic Great Canyon and the Yarlung Tsampo River, or the peaceful flowing Nang River, or the mysterious Bassam Lake, who knows that along the mystical clouds these waters don't, in one way or another, flow into your heart?